Welcome back to Bosco Campus Vision. In today's session, we'll be dealing with the writing style of newspapers and the use of Desi words and foreign words in newspapers. Over to the first section, style and the house style of leading newspapers. News style, journalistic style, or news writing style is the prose style used for news reporting in media such as newspapers, radio, and television. See, when we speak about style in news writing, it refers to the style or the structure that is used for news reporting in media. News writing attempts to answer all the basic questions about any particular event, that is, the 5 W's and 1 H, at the opening of the article. This form of structure is called as the inverted pyramid to refer to the decreasing importance of information in subsequent paragraphs. We are well aware of the inverted pyramid style through the previous sessions. In the inverted pyramid style, the base of the pyramid, it gives away all the essential facts. It covers the 5 W's and 1 H, right? So that is a writing style adopted by newspapers. News stories also contain at least one of the following important characteristics relative to the intended audience. They include proximity, prominence, timeliness, human interest, oddity, or consequence. We are also familiar with these factors from the lecture News Stories and its features. Writing style for newspapers has to do with creativity. It has to do with the house style of a particular newspaper. So the writing style of a newspaper, it has to be creative as well as it should proclaim the personality of the newspaper. The next one is an important aspect of news writing. It is the ABCs of news writing. A stands for accuracy, B for brevity, and C for clarity. The first and most important is accuracy. A story can be creative and compelling, but if it contains errors, it is worthless. Always check numbers, spellings of names, who said what, and other basic facts of any story. A reporter's job is to find out what is going on and then write a story that's interesting and informative. So a newspaper report, it should be accurate, it should be precise and correct. A reporter should always look for any errors that may be in the report, and he should write the story in an interesting as well as informative manner. The second quality is brevity. Each word in the story should do a job. If not, take it out and get to the point. Due to the space limitation in a newspaper, the report, it should be short, it should be concise, and there shouldn't be any unnecessary words or phrases in the report. If it is there, just take it out and get to the point. The next one is clarity. Clarity starts before you write. Clarity starts with complete, competent reporting. You should understand your subject so completely that your story leaves it crystal clear in the reader's mind. Your story should leave no questions unanswered. So, clarity is also an important aspect in a newspaper writing. All the essential questions, that is the 5 W's and 1 H, must be answered for a report to be clear. Okay? News writing strives to be intelligible to the majority of readers, engaging and succinct. Within these limits, news stories also aim to be comprehensive. So the news story should be short as well as understandable. Journalistic prose is explicit and precise and tries not to rely on jargon. As a rule, journalists will not use a long word when a short one will do. They use subject verb object construction and vivid active prose. They rarely depend on generalizations or abstract ideas. News writers try to avoid using the same word more than once in a paragraph. So the journalists write their reports in a language that is familiar to everyone. They do not rely on jargon. And short words are used wherever possible, and they use SVO format and mostly make use of active voice rather than passive one. And abstract ideas and generalizations are completely neglected, and they also avoid the repetition of words in a paragraph. Okay. Among the larger and more respected newspapers, fairness and balance is a major factor in presenting information. Commentary is usually confined to a separate section, though each paper may have a different overall slant. Newspapers with an international audience, for example, tend to use a more formal style of writing. So, well acclaimed newspapers present information in a fair and balanced, in a stabilized way. They also adopt a writing, formal style of news writing. Over to the next topic, use of Desi words and foreign words in newspapers. It has often been noticed that the mother tongue creeps into English language in many newspapers. Though this might be confusing for a person who does not know the language, some insist that this keeps the writing racy. So at times we can see that in English newspapers there is the influence of mother tongue. The mother tongue creeps into English language in many newspapers. And this might be difficult for some people to follow because they do not know the language. But still, the use of Desi words in newspapers, it is considered as keeping the newspaper report more lively and entertaining. Hinglish, that is a combination of Hindi and English, is a dialect pulsating with energy and invention that captures the essential fluidity of Indian society. So, the dialect Hinglish is of importance because it is a combination of both Hindi and English, and it speaks of the fluidity or the liveliness of Indian society. So, in newspapers, we can often see the use of Desi words as well as foreign words. And that becomes the end of this session. As assignment, write a note on the writing style of newspapers and the use of Desi words and foreign words in newspapers. Thank you and have a nice day.